From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Friday morning. Right now you're taking a live look at Kennewick. This view coming courtesy of the Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app, which you can download for free in the App Store or on Google Play. Kind of a pinkish glow to the sky this morning as the clouds are increasing, as the rain chances are increasing as well. You see this little band of rainfall. It's pretty light rainfall for the time being in the Yakima Valley and on the lower end of the Kittitas Valley. Some of this is trying to get into the lower Columbia Basin, maybe a sprinkler or two in the Tri-Cities for this morning. Wind gusts picking up, although they're not going to be as strong as yesterday, but still it is breezy in the foothills in the basin and for the Cascades and portions of the Kittitas Valley. Right now temperatures in the 60s and 70s for lower elevation, 71 degrees this morning in the Tri-Cities, 50s up in the mountains. Your day planner forecast for today, most lower elevation spots probably going to stay pretty dry. The best chances for rainfall are going to be in the valleys, and it'll be another day with cooler than normal high temperatures. Bottom line for the forecast, shower and thunderstorm chances increase tonight into tomorrow. Drier after that, staying pretty cool or seasonal for this time of the year, but I'll time out those shower and thunderstorm chances with Futurecast coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, with thousands of emergency calls a year coming into the West Richland area, we're going to tell you how you can help by starting a career with Benton County Fire District 4. And the Lewis Street overpass is undergoing some repairs. We have what you can expect as the city works to extend the life of the bridge. Also, countdown is on for the Trump-Putin summit. President Trump wheels up from D.C. on Air Force One as we speak, making his way to Alaska. President Trump saying he has high hopes for the meeting, but is also promising some severe consequences if a deal isn't made. We have all the details coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now, Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. It is Friday, August 15th. Jessica has the morning off, and we want to start this half hour of news in Pasco. If you commute through the Lewis Street overpass, especially at night and into the early morning hours, you're going to notice some changes and probably some delays. Crews are making repairs to improve the Lewis Street overpass, and although it could slow down your commute, it is a good thing in the long run. They're repairing the concrete panels to help keep the bridge in good shape for years to come. So construction started just Monday. There's going to be only one lane open at both ends of the bridge. So if you take that route, you could face some delays. Specifically, crews will be out from 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. Monday through Friday through the end of the month until August 29th.
Construction traffic is always impactful when you run into it. So yeah, use other avenues if available, but if you do decide to use the Lewis Street, just plan for a couple extra minutes.
Now, the city says the project will help keep Pasco connected to other areas while also extending the life of the overpass. 6:03 now, and Benton County Fire District 4 is hiring. They're looking for both new and experienced firefighters to serve the West Richland area. Now, the district is accepting applications for firefighters and EMTs, as well as firefighters and paramedic positions. Starting salaries, nearly $69,000 for entry level, more than $77,000 for lateral hires. An extra pay comes for paramedic certification, college degrees, and technical rescue skills. Applicants must complete the fire team exam and the CPAT test through the National Testing Network by September 1st.
We want somebody who's compassionate, hardworking, like a community focused, somebody who wants to go the extra mile to serve our community members.
Now, the department responds to about 2,200 emergency calls a year. New hires can also train with a newly formed Swift Water Rescue Team. Final selections will be made in February, and you can find the full list of requirements on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. All right, staying on the topic of fires, but taking you to Pasco, that's where a midday fire broke out in a neighborhood just yesterday. Crews responding to the 900 block of Lincoln Drive. This was just around noon. When they got there, they found a home up in flames. Firefighters say luckily the family made it out in time, but the home is a total loss. And it wasn't the only property impacted. Flames also touching the backyard of another home that was right next door. And because of how close these homes were to Interstate 182 and Highway 12, some vegetation also caught fire, which forced traffic, of course, to slow down through that area. And officials have investigated, and they do believe that this fire started in the kitchen.
This looks like it was a cooking fire that started in the rear of the structure. We got up into the eave there and was able to spread throughout the house. And then we obviously have some winds out here, so it pushed the fire throughout the structure. The fire did jump the barricade over here and started a vegetation fire on the freeway.
So because of the size of this fire, multiple departments did arrive to help. The fire actually so big, not only from the house, but that vegetation fire, smoke could be seen from all across the Tri-Cities area. Firefighters stayed on scene for most of the day to monitor hotspots and mop up. And Red Cross has also stepped in to help the people who lived at that home. 6:05 now, and a suspect is in custody after a homicide in Toppenish. This all happened Wednesday evening when police responded to a home on G Street around 7 p.m. for the reported killing. One person was confirmed dead when they got there. Authorities have asked the public to avoid that area. And then by later that evening, officers had identified and arrested a suspect who has been booked into the Yakima County Jail on charges of premeditated murder. And 2 cities in Yakima County are investigating separate homicides, happened just hours apart. One happened at 11 p.m. on Tuesday night. Granger police found a man stabbed to death in the 200 block of East A Street. The victim's name has not been released yet, but then less than 24 hours later, Toppenish police reported a homicide. Now detectives from both agencies are working together to see if these cases are possibly connected. Anyone with information is asked to call police. Taking you to Walla Walla now, where the city is advising the people who live there about some construction on the Myra Road South Extension and Howard Street IRRP project. So this project is now temporarily on hold because of a labor dispute involving the construction contractors and their employees. Officials say this is impacting job sites all across eastern Washington. One Walla Walla city official confirming that the Local 302 strike was the cause. And when asked about a timeline on when work will get back up and running, the city could not give an answer. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. President Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin set to meet today in Alaska. Trump saying he hopes to strike a deal on ending the war in Ukraine. We have more on what is at stake. This is all coming up in your national headlines as President Trump is on Air Force One as we speak, making his way there. And then giving you a live look outside, this from our camera here at the Apple Valley Studios in Kennewick. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth will have your first alert forecast when we come back after the break, giving you a look into what this Friday and what this weekend could shape up to. It's 6:07. We'll be right back.
This Friday, August 15th, your Dust Devils are bringing the first ever drone show to the Tri-Cities. Following the baseball game, the sky above Giza Stadium will transform into an awe-inspiring display of lights, all thanks to Giza Credit Union. And Saturday, August 16th, we'll continue the fun with the post-game fireworks show, thanks to IBEW 112 and Nika. For tickets, head to the official site, dustdevilsbaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball. It will blow you away.
It's safe to say that a great day's work starts with a great night's sleep. So no matter what kind of job you have, Denver Mattress has the right mattress for you. So shop the Labor Day sale today, because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Save up to $800 on Purple mattress and adjustable base bundles. And get a $300 gift. Or check out the Colorado Twin for only $149.99. Plus, get 60 months no interest and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
Stay busy this summer with the City of Pasco. Enjoy open swim at Memorial Aquatic Park from 1 to 5:45 p.m. every day, with lap swim weekdays at noon, or sign up for swim lessons throughout the summer. Join the all-ages Beat the Heat Run Walk Club on Wednesday mornings to earn entries for an end-of-summer prize drawing. Check out free, family-friendly movies and music at Pasco Parks, plus many more activities and events, all listed online at pascoparksandrec.com.
When it comes to legal matters, you need someone you can trust. At Morphine Law Firm, we are sincerely grateful for the last 5 years of trust and support you've given our firm. Your trust and support have been a major driving force behind our mission for justice. We offer free consultations, and we may not always tell you what you want to hear, but we try to steer you in the right direction. We appreciate your continued trust and confidence in Morphine Law Firm.
Summer's almost over.
But there's lots of end-of-summer fun at Toyota's National Sales Event.
Go long! Yes! Time right! Manny drops back and he flips one right down the middle. Well done. No, this one's burning.
Did you know that every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care? A 2-year or 25,000-mile maintenance plan and roadside assistance. That's the value you can expect from Toyota.
Come in today.
Great job, rookie.
Toyota, let's go places.
Operation Best Friend, sponsored by As You Wish Real Estate Services, Christine Connolly, Realtor.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's take you on a zone-by-zone tour of this morning's temperatures. We start off in Kittitas County, where we're at 51 degrees for Snoqualmie Pass, 65 degrees down towards Vantage. Now I'll take it down to the Yakima Valley, where we're in the low to mid-60s, 62 in Toppenish, 63 in Yakima. Then for the lower Columbia Basin, 60s and 70s, 71 degrees this morning in the Tri-Cities, 66 in Prosser. Then for the Blue Foothills, 50s and 60s, and we're looking at probably 40s and 50s for the highest terrain of the Blue Mountains. Okay, here's your coatcast for today for the Tri-Cities. I think even right now, 71 degrees, no sunshine. You could probably go without a jacket there this morning. But if you did need one, very light. But obviously the rest of the day is going to be t-shirt weather, even though it will be cooler than normal for this time of the year by about 5 degrees. So 70s and 80s for lower elevations. We will have some sunshine for today. It's not going to be null and void, but I think in some locations the clouds will win out against the sunshine. All right, and then shower and thunderstorm chances is going to pick up for tonight and especially into tomorrow morning. Here's going to be the culprit for that, this low pressure system in the Gulf of Alaska. You see draping down from that is a cold front, and so that's going to be the kickstarter for all this rainfall that we're going to see, especially in the Cascades. Now by Saturday, that boundary looking a lot weaker, and we'll just have some remnant showers as we head into Sunday, trending even drier as we head into Monday and beyond that. But I'll touch on how much rainfall we can maybe pick up for the Cascades, and we'll time it out again with a different version of Futurecast coming up in a few minutes.
Josh, thanks so much. It is 12 minutes after 6 rather. And taking a look at your national headlines as the countdown is on for the Trump-Putin summit in Anchorage, Alaska. President Trump on his way there as we speak. He has boarded Air Force One and they are wheels up. And he is saying that he has high hopes for this meeting and is promising severe consequences if President Putin refuses to make a deal. But he also admits there is a chance that they will leave the summit with no deal. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio is in Washington with the details.
This morning, President Trump scheduled to meet with Vladimir Putin on U.S. soil. The leader is set to meet on a U.S. military base in Anchorage, Alaska, expected to discuss terms for ending Russia's invasion of Ukraine, along with nuclear arms control and trade agreements.
I think that President Putin would like to see a deal. I think if I weren't president, he would take over all of Ukraine. But I am president, and he's not going to mess around with me.
Putin is praising Trump's, quote, energetic and sincere efforts to stop the hostilities. Ukrainian President Zelensky was not invited to today's summit. President Trump suggesting the meeting with Putin could open the door for a second meeting that would include Zelensky.
I think President Putin will make peace. I think President Zelensky will make peace. We'll see if they can get along. And if they can, it'll be great.
Still, President Trump admitted yesterday he thinks there's a 25% chance they'll leave the summit with no deal. Meanwhile, across Anchorage, Alaska, protesters seen waving Ukrainian flags and holding signs that say Alaska stands with Ukraine.
I have no hope it's going to solve anything. I am afraid that Trump is going to try to commit to something which he has no right to commit to.
Russia invaded Ukraine, and they need to leave. There's nothing to negotiate.
And Russian President Vladimir Putin is bringing along his financial minister with him to this summit. Experts believe he will likely offer economic incentives in exchange for Trump agreeing to lift U.S. sanctions on Russia. President Trump traveling with Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Treasury Secretary Scott Bissett, along with some others as well. So it is a high-stakes meeting, of course, that is happening today. That meeting set for about 3 o'clock Eastern time, as I mentioned. President Trump and his team have boarded Air Force One. They are wheels up from Maryland, and they are making their way to Anchorage as we speak. And we, of course, will bring you a special report this afternoon when that meeting does happen. You can watch it right here on ABC and online as well. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. It is Friday, and that means it is almost the weekend. And it is 6:14 on this beautiful morning. Apple Valley News Now studio cameras here in Kennewick giving you that live look outside. What can we expect? How hot is it going to be? Are there changes in the forecast? Well, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert is going to break it all down for you coming up after the break.
Right now at US Cellular, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90.
Hey, we're tired of having the wool pulled over our eyes with these hidden requirements. What aren't we seeing?
Yeah. Do we get our choice of free phones?
Yep, you get the latest phones.
I bet we have to trade in our old phones, though.
Nope, sure don't.
Wow.
High five. Almost. Higher.
Yes.
Nope.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in. And we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, built for us.
A few things to consider when choosing a pediatrician.
Visit the doctor's office before the baby's born to meet the staff and find out if they're a good fit. More at applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
You've worked hard. It's time to treat yourself. This Labor Day at More Furniture, refresh your living room with a new reclining sofa and love seat combination for less than $1,000. Get this casual reclining sofa and love seat, including a total of 4 reclining seats for only $9.95. Or get the sleek look of this transitional reclining sofa and console love seat, including 4 reclining seats and a storage console with cup holders, still only $9.95. Only at More Furniture, where everyone gets more furniture for less.
On behalf of STCU, we want to present you with this $1,000 check.
Brian is the regional logistics leader. He makes sure things are ready when it comes to disaster response.
To nominate someone, click on Volunteers Count at applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Good evening, everybody. To make great newscasts, you need great resources and an experienced team. Austin Reed grew up near Portland, where he started his broadcast career more than 20 years ago. His passion for reporting breaking news and for telling distinctive stories that affect positive change make him uniquely qualified to bring the news home to you each evening.
Get the best local news coverage every day, right here.
Wendy Redmond, Austin Reed, Stacey Lee, Apple Valley News Now at 5, 6, and 6:30 on your side.
On your side.
We head north to check out the tallest freestanding waterfall in Northeast Washington.
It's kind of the crown jewel, I think, of the district. There's so many recreation opportunities out there.
Fly the Northwest.
And enjoy the view.
Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
It was a stunning murder.
She's shot in cold blood. She is gunned down in her own house.
But no one was prepared for what would happen next.
This is a huge twist. Oh my God.
Diary of a Killer, 2020, tonight on ABC.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We will have a chance for showers today in the Cascades, also in the valleys. We've already seen that bear out to fruition for this morning, and a little bit later today we could see more of the thing. Although I think most of us for lower elevation spots should be dry, or at least mostly dry. High temperatures for today going to resemble what we saw for yesterday with 70s and 80s for lower elevations. Then for tonight, shower and thunderstorm chances becoming a little bit more widespread. They're really going to crescendo as we head into Saturday morning, and overnight lows down into the 60s for lower elevations, 50s and 60s in the mountains. Now let's time out the rest of today and tomorrow with Futurecast Radar. We put this into motion. By the time we get to 8 a.m., mostly dry, just a few sprinkles on the map. Kind of the same thing at lunchtime, but then around 4 p.m., here's that next wave of rainfall starting to line up in the Cascades. By 8 p.m., still kind of in the Cascades, trying to push its way to the east. By midnight, now getting into the Kittitas and Yakima Valleys. 4 a.m. on the cusp of the lower Columbia Basin, then between 4 to 8. That's likely going to be our best opportunity to see rain in the Tri-Cities, maybe a little bit after that as well. And then around lunchtime, this is mainly going to be focused in on the Blue Mountains and the Blue Foothills, and that's where this atmospheric river is going to stall out a little bit. So even though the best rainfall totals are going to be in the Cascades, I think second place is going to be here in the Blues. And then after that, we're looking much drier. All right, that all kind of went by real quick. So if you're going to be out and about over the next couple days, it would be an excellent set of days to have the First Alert Weather app on hand. You can download it for free on the App Store or on Google Play. You can track all the showers and thunderstorms yourself with that interactive radar feature. Could pick up over 1.5 inches of rainfall in the Cascades over the next couple of days. And like I said, that secondary area would be down here in the Blue Mountains. Points in between, not getting that much rainfall in the grand scheme of things. A little resurgence and some shower and thunderstorm chances for Monday, but I think the overarching trend is drier, and that's going to hold true Tuesday and beyond. And high temperatures trending a little bit higher, but still pretty normal stuff for this time of the year as we head into next week. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Mostly dry today, showers likely tomorrow, then drier and trending slightly warmer after that. In Yakima, slightly wetter for Saturday as opposed to Friday, but neither day will be a washout. A pleasant mid-August forecast after that. Then in Ellensburg, we will see shower chances going up into tomorrow. After that, drier and trending a little bit warmer. For Hermiston, kind of the same trend. It's definitely going to be a gloomy start to tomorrow. And then for Walla Walla, a little bit cooler, wetter for Saturday, but drier and warmer after that.
All right, thanks so much. We still have much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up next, an insane moment caught on camera. The exact moment when a delivery van gets cut in half by a speeding train. We have the full video coming up after the break.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. With SUVs for life's adventures, trucks as dependable as the people who drive them, EVs to charge up a summer of no limits, and American legends that need no introduction. This summer, Chevy drives America.
Get 4.9% financing for 60 months on all 2025 Silverado 2500 pickups when you finance with GM Financial. See your community Chevy dealers.
Why do patients and families immediately think of Good Shepherd? They trust our knowledge and expertise. They value the compassionate care we provide. They feel like they are being taken care of by family. From our renowned doctors and top-of-the-line technology to our state-of-the-art facilities, Good Shepherd Healthcare System. Patients first, always.
Hold on tight. Walla Walla Fair and Frontier Days is back August 27th through the 31st. And the rodeo is coming in hotter than ever. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Get ready for the heart-pounding action, fearless cowboys and cowgirls, and edge-of-your-seat excitement as the biggest rodeo round takes over the fairgrounds. Food, fun, and thrills. Walla Walla's biggest tradition is coming in hotter than ever. Get your tickets now at WallaWallaFairgrounds.com.
A drunk driver just blew a stop sign and we collided. My vehicle was total. What about the vehicle? How am I gonna get to work? How am I gonna continue taking care of my family? I contacted Tamaki Law and I told them about what had happened. Tamaki made it very simple, very easy. It was a stress relief for me. If you happen to be in an accident, call Tamaki Law.
Meet the Moore family. They switched from cable internet to Ziply Fiber and got so much more. Mr. Moore got more upload speed for next level gaming and live streaming to the masses. Mason Moore got even more done for his sneaker business, quickly uploading HD product demos and video conferencing without freezing.
Brad, you're on mute.
And now that her family doesn't need her for tech support, Mrs. Moore has more time to stream games into overtime.
Let's go!
Get more of what you love by switching to Ziply Fiber for $65 less per month than cable at ziplyfiber.com.
Step right up for a fast ride free with BFT to the Benton Franklin Fair. 6 park and ride spots to concerts and more.
Welcome back, 6:23, and check this out. An insane crash caught on camera shows a delivery van literally getting cut in half by a speeding train at a railroad crossing.
Jeremy Roth shows what led up to the shocking split in today's Take a Look at This.
A delivery driver is lucky to be alive after his van became trapped at a railway crossing right in the path of a speeding train. Surveillance video from the crossing in Poland shows the van trying to cross the tracks as the warning barriers are coming down. The driver appeared to hesitate, which left him and the large van stuck in the middle of the crossing. The driver tried to pivot the vehicle off the tracks, but it was too late as an oncoming train barreled straight through the van, cutting it in half. Incredibly, neither the van's driver nor the train's operators were injured, but the incident is now under investigation. Well, none of them were destroyed, but dozens of sexy supercars, reportedly worth over $8 million, were impounded in London as part of an insurance, or lack thereof, crackdown. 72 uninsured vehicles, including twin purple Lamborghinis, were seized on behalf of London's Motor Insurers Bureau, who hit the owners with a slew of related charges, saying all are required to follow the law, regardless of the value of their vehicles. To wit, watch a fussy Ferrari driver in Canada try to whine his way out of an alleged speeding violation.
Officer!
After arguing with the officer, the driver was shown the radar, which York Regional Police say confirmed he was going more than 30 miles per hour over the limit. When the driver found out that amounts not to a ticket but a tow for stunt driving, he changed his tune.
I'm on my way to my birthday party. Please, please, officer, please just give me the ticket. I beg you. Officer, I gotta have my mother and father come to pick me up.
Hey, it's his party, and he'll cry if he wants to. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
I saw that whole clip of the traffic stop and everything. It was just ridiculous.
Mommy and Daddy are going to have to come pick me up. Like, I don't think you're winning him over. I don't think you're winning any officer.
No, that officer did not care whatsoever.
No.
I mean, he was excessively speeding.
Yeah. Go ahead, put your car in neutral. We're going to have to tow you out.
Yeah.
Stop. Cut this out.
Yeah, I know. Poor guy. Headed to his birthday party.
Oh, no. Yeah, hey, better luck
And
next
Mommy
year.
and Daddy did come get him.
Okay, good.
Made it to his party. All right, still much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. We have some great news for families living in the Waitsburg area. An early morning preschool is coming to that region. We have more on the program coming up in your next half hour of news at 6:30.
It's the biggest sale of the year, and this Labor Day, More Furniture is pulling out all the stops. Every bedroom, every living room, every dining room, all in stock, all on sale. Unbeatable prices and free white glove delivery of your entire purchase. You've worked hard all year. Now it's your turn to relax in style. Labor Day savings like never before, only at More Furniture.
During the Subaru A Lot to Love event at McCurley Subaru, there's even more to love because every new Subaru sold helps grant a wish for a local child through Wheels Make Wishes Come True. Last year, we helped raise over $100,000 for local Make-A-Wish kids. And this year, you can save big while doing something amazing. Plus, school educators can save an additional $500 on a new Subaru purchase or lease. McCurley Subaru, your way home.
Feeling overwhelmed? It's time to shed your worries, literally. At Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds, we've got the perfect shed to clear the clutter, create space, and bring peace to your life. Man cave, playhouse, done. Want something custom? We'll build it just the way you want it. And we deliver for free. Summer is here. Shed the mess, shed the stress. See dealer for special pricing. Visit Columbia Basin Building and Sheds today in Kennewick or West Richland.
Every heartbeat is a second chance. At Prosser Memorial Health, our cardiac rehabilitation program empowers your recovery with expert care and state-of-the-art TechnoGym smart equipment for safe, personalized fitness after a heart event. Whether you've had a heart attack, bypass surgery, valve repair, or heart failure, ask your provider for a referral. With tailored sessions over 12 weeks, supervised by medical professionals, we support your whole health, body, mind, and heart. Learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
When uncertainty falls upon your freedom, you need an unwavering champion. We're dedicated to not just tipping the scales in your favor, but also delivering an unwavering and relentless defense. With over 5 decades of experience, we'll fiercely defend your freedom and secure the most favorable outcome. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
For the first time ever, Pasco RV and Boat Super Sale is coming to the Hippo Center. Make the most of what's left of camping and boating season. Save thousands on a huge selection of new and used RVs and boats. Travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, motorhomes, pontoon boats, parts, accessories, and more. Every category, every price point, all on sale. 0 down and no payments for 90 days. On approved credit. One location. Massive savings at the Hippo Center in Pasco. Learn more at BrettsRV.com.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Today at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us. Joining us here for Good Morning Northwest, I'm Jade Elliott.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
And that 3-degree guarantee nailed it on the head. We're on the up and up.
Yeah. It's only up to $25 now.
Well, that's better than zero.
Hey, that's right.
You didn't lose.
That's what I was at yesterday. So yesterday I went with a forecast high of 89, and Pasco Tri-Cities are verified right at 89. So now $25 in the jackpot. For today, slightly cooler forecast high of 87 in Pasco Tri-Cities. So if it verifies between 84 to 90, jackpot's going to hit $50. If that doesn't happen, the jackpot could be yours. Find out how to win the jackpot by going to applevalleyNewsNow.com, clicking on the contest page. You can scan the QR code that's on your screen. Now it's on your screen is a live look at Yakima. This view coming courtesy of Bi-Mart. You see the clouds up in the sky for this morning. We have been tracking some rain in the Yakima Valley. It's pretty light stuff. If it is making it down to the valley floor, it is, like I just mentioned, pretty light. We've kept it dry this morning in the basin and for the foothills and for the blues, but the wind gusts still kind of doing their thing. They're not going to be as strong as they were for yesterday, but still it's breezy in the valleys and in the mountains, in the basin and in the foothills. All right, on to temperatures now as we're in the 60s and 70s for lower elevations, 50s in the Cascades, 50s in the Blues. Your hour-by-hour forecast for today for the Tri-Cities. More clouds for this morning. Looks like we'll have a little bit more sunshine later in the day than some clouds and some rain chances picking up for later in this into this evening, but especially as we head into tomorrow and especially for tomorrow morning. So for today, 70s and 80s for lower elevations, still about 5 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year. I'll take you on that zone-by-zone tour of today's Friday forecast coming up in a few minutes.
All right, we start this half hour of news talking about what could be your kid's least favorite topic right now, and that is back to school. But it is great news for families in the Waitsburg area. An early morning preschool coming to that area, and it's an exciting new program, a part of the Palouse Valley Community Center. Our team spoke with the lead instructor and director at the community center, who says this new preschool will run Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. And the preschool offers more than just early education. It also gives families convenient access to childcare close to home.
It's just not enough enrichment for kids, especially for after school. Support as well is another big one, but specifically for the preschool, really seeing families that need care where they live versus having to drive to Walla Walla to drop off a kid or pick them up. So it's not just for early learning, but it's also for families and their time and resources.
And now the preschool is for kids ages 3 to 5, and they are for kids throughout the Walla Walla County. It will start off with serving 8 kids at a time. For more information, head to our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. 6:32, a follow-up for you on the Hove fire in West Richland. Firefighters say quick action helped them stop that fast-moving brush fire from reaching homes near Sully Lane. Benton County Fire District 4 got the call just after 6 on Wednesday for a blown transformer and a power outage in the area. And shortly after that call, they started receiving a lot of 911 calls for a growing wildland fire.
That fire was spreading uphill rapidly with the wind and uphill terrain. So that was their biggest concern, was with the wind conditions and the dry fuels we had. We had 6 to 8 foot flame fronts coming off the sagebrush, and so fire spreads pretty rapidly, puts a lot of heat out in front of it.
Crews battled that extreme heat and those windy conditions. Benton County Fire District 4 says about 12 acres or so were burned. Luckily, no homes were damaged and no injuries were reported. Taking you to Sunnyside, where the school district is welcoming some new faces to the classroom this year. Apple Valley News Now's William Albert shows us where these teachers will be making an impact.
Starting this school year, the Sunnyside School District is adding 12 new teachers across the district. They'll be filling positions at Sunnyside High School, Harrison Middle School, and Pioneer Elementary, as well as other schools across the district. As of today, there's still one position left to fill, and the district officials say the hiring process for teachers usually begins in March and can last right up to the start of school.
Something that's been kind of interesting, 5 of them are Sunnyside graduates, 4 from Sunnyside High School and 1 from Sunnyside Christian. So they're on board. This is kind of an induction week. Our new teachers have had a day of learning kind of the ropes of how we do school in Sunnyside, and now they're into some content trainings.
Didden says these new teachers will fill some vital roles where the district has a definite need.
5 of them are taking special ed positions. One's a speech therapist, others are special ed teachers, 4 are elementary classroom teachers. And we have 2 ELA teachers that we've hired for the middle school and 1 ELA music teacher. So that's what's on board, and then the .6 that we're still hoping to fill later today.
Harrison Middle School counselor Lupe Maldonado says his biggest advice to new hires is all about connecting with students.
Build those big relationships. You know, kids are eager to get to know you. Kids are eager to just learn more about you as a teacher.
According to Sunnyside School District officials, in the past, some job openings might only have 2 to 3 applicants apply for the job. However, recently, that's changed.
We've had unusual numbers of candidates. For instance, a 2nd grade position that was open in one of our buildings had 65 applicants. I remember times in the past where as a principal, I had 4 job openings and 5 applicants to consider for those 4 positions. So with declining enrollment across the state, less districts are hiring, and so there's more candidates for all positions.
The Sunnyside School District says its focus remains on bringing in the best educators possible to help young minds succeed. In Sunnyside, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
And a reminder that first day of school for Sunnyside students is August 26th. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up next, sprint boat racing coming to the city of Yakima for the first time ever. But if you don't know what it is or how it works, don't worry. We're going to break it all down for you coming up after the break, as this will debut at the State Fair Park this weekend. And what will the weather shape up to be like? Well, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth will break down your first alert forecast as we give you a live look outside from our Legends Casino Hotel Sky Camera at Richland's Columbia Point. 6:36 on this Friday. We're back after the break.
Step right up for a fast ride free with BFT to the Benton Franklin Fair. 6 park and ride spots to concerts and more.
I'm attorney Brian Smith.
And I'm attorney Megan Hale.
For 30 years, Tamaki Law has been your choice as the firm that fights for the justice you deserve.
Thank you for voting Tamaki Law as Yakima Herald's first choice for personal injury and civil law firm.
And Megan Hale as best attorney.
And the Business Times as the best overall attorneys.
We are honored to serve this community.
If you've been seriously injured, call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
Good Shepherd provides the most up-to-date orthopedic care available. Our team of experienced board-certified surgeons, physiatrists, and podiatrists are capable of fulfilling your orthopedic needs. Services include precise joint replacements, sports medicine, all orthoscopic shoulder and knee repairs, fracture care, hand surgery, and foot and ankle care. We are here to help you with your pain and maximize your body's performance and function. Good Shepherd Orthopedics and
Make it unforgettable at Beaver Valley Lodge. With cozy rooms, beautiful mountain views, and plenty of space to gather, it's the perfect place to reconnect and make new memories. Book direct with us and get 10% off. That means more savings for barbecues, bonfires, and all those late-night laughs. So skip the middleman and book direct today, because great reunions start with the perfect place to stay. Beaver Valley Lodge. Come as a guest and leave as a friend.
Car insurance for seniors can be very expensive.
But don't assume that just because you're over 65 that you've got to pay outrageously high rates.
Are you paying too much for your auto insurance? If so, you're just throwing your money away.
Well, now is the time to check on your auto insurance rates.
You may be able to save a lot of money.
So call the number on your screen right now and find out how much you can save.
1-800-825-0861. A new head coach and a new attitude, but it's still the most exciting game in the Pacific Northwest. Seattle Kraken hockey returns this fall to Apple Valley News Now, your exclusive television home of the Kraken.
Kelly and Mark
will get your heart racing.
She walks so fast.
You're supposed to walk to make your heart
It was beating out of my chest, believe me.
Next time, Chase Stokes.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Right now you're taking a live look at Richland. This view coming courtesy of the Legends Casino and Hotel. Cloudy start this morning. Could see some sunshine breaking through a little bit later in the day. All right, let's go ahead and take you on that zone by zone tour of today's forecast. We're going to be about 5 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year, so similar highs in comparison to yesterday. Be in the low 60s up towards the pass, around 80 in Ellensburg, and also a little bit of rain is possible, especially up in the Cascades for today. Less so in the valleys, although we've already seen some light rain in the valleys. In the Yakima Valley, we'll be in the low to mid 80s. We'll see mostly cloudy skies, a little bit breezy, really a little bit breezy across the map. Then for the lower Columbia Basin, mid 80s, partly to mostly cloudy skies, although more sunshine as we head deeper into the day. In the foothills, low to mid 80s for the Morrow County foothills, and then mid to upper 80s for the Umatilla and Walla Walla County foothills. Going to be in the 60s, 70s, and 80s for the highest terrain, the Blue Mountains, and also a little bit breezy out this way. Now let's talk about that weekend forecast, as we will see the best chances for showers tomorrow, especially during the morning, but later in the day looks like we're going to trend drier, especially for lower elevations, excluding the Blue Foothills. It's going to be a little bit wetter there. And then for Sunday, much drier overall, more sunshine as well, and high temperatures staying just about even Steven. And then as we head into next week, drier, trending a little bit warmer. I'll tell you just how warm coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. 641 and talking sports this morning. For the first time in Yakima history, the city will hold and host a sprint boat race at the State Fair Park. Races will take place Saturday and Sunday on the brand new track that was built specifically for this event. The water track was built where the half-mile sprint car track used to be. And while, of course, the water follies are hydroplanes and famous in this area, racers say this is entirely different.
Not even close to the same. We both are in water. That's the only similarity to hydroplanes and jet sprint boats is there. We corner both left and right, obviously, but we pull a lot quicker corners. We can't go quite as fast top speed, but we're also on a course that's a lot shorter, and we're doing some really quick speeds here.
So boats will race individually on the track, and with the fastest timed lap will decide the winner. Gates open at 9 a.m. Races start at 10 a.m. this weekend. Still much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up, your morning sprint and everything you need to know as you head out the door this morning. And we'll also check back in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. He'll have your full First Alert forecast as we give you that live look outside from our Legends Casino, Hotel, and Sky camera at Richland's Columbia Point. 6:42 on this Friday. We're back after the break.
Overturf Kia has officially relocated to Pasco, offering faster service and a brand new state-of-the-art facility designed for maximum customer service satisfaction. Experience? Drive-in climate-controlled service entrance for comfort and convenience. Expanded service capability with top-of-the-line bays to serve you better and faster. Comprehensive parts department. Relaxing customer lounge and refreshments. Great selection of high-quality and warranty-backed certified pre-owned Kias. Larger new car inventory with over 100 vehicles in stock, including hard-to-find hybrids and EVs, all ready to drive home. Grand opening specials include a new 2025 Kia K4 LXS with all the popular options, just $23,015. Shop online anytime. Overturf Kia, south of the Road 100 roundabout on St. Thomas Drive in Pasco.
On behalf of STCU, we want to present you with this $1,000 check.
Brian is the regional logistics leader. He makes sure things are ready when it comes to disaster response.
I went out there and I really enjoyed what we were doing. We were handing meals out to people that were affected by the wildfire. And they were so appreciative, they were thankful. And it just gave me a good feeling. I said, I got to do this some more.
STCU honors volunteers in our community. To nominate someone, click on Volunteers Count at applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Here in Grandview, we're happy to say that we found a home here for our pizza oven, and here we are making pizza for everybody. This restaurant really concentrates on pizza, some nice submarine-style sandwiches, and a full salad bar. and the high quality of the products that we use is, we're thinking it's going to set us apart. This is going to be a great place to bring the family, and here we are making pizza for everybody. Come on down to Grace Pizza. We look forward to seeing you here.
A few things to consider when choosing a pediatrician.
Talk to friends, family members, or your OBGYN. It's quite possible they'll have good suggestions. More at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
Apple Valley News Now is Pasco.
Apple Valley News Now is Zilla.
Apple Valley News Now is Benton City.
Our broadcast center may be in Kennewick, but Apple Valley News Now is everywhere.
From the Blues in the east to the Cascades in the west, one television station is everywhere you want us to be. We're Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Always on your side.
It was a stunning murder.
She's shot in cold blood.
She is gunned down in her own house. But no one was prepared for what would happen next. This is a huge twist.
Oh my God.
Diary of a Killer, 2020, tonight on ABC.
The 3-Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today we'll see chances for showers in the Cascades and in the valleys. Definitely going to be a lot drier to the east of there, and a mixture of sun and clouds, but I think for a handful of locations the clouds are actually going to win out. Today's high is going to be similar to yesterday, and that will be in the 70s and 80s for lower elevations. And then for tonight, this is when shower and thunderstorm chances become a lot more widespread, and overnight lows are going to fall down into the 60s for the valleys, the basin, and the foothills, 50s up in the mountains, and 50s and 60s in the blues. Okay, let's go ahead and time out the rest of today with Futurecast radar. We put this into motion. 8 a.m. looks like we'll just have a few sprinkles on the map. 12 p.m. kind of the same thing, but more organized rainfall around the time we get to 4 p.m., especially up in the Cascades. This tries to push to the east by 8 p.m., still up in the Cascades, but by midnight now this is getting down into the valleys. 4 a.m. on the precipice of being in the lower Columbia Basin. By 8 a.m., this is draped over the basin, getting into the foothills and the blues, and then this atmospheric river is going to kind of stall out there for the rest of the day. So the blue foothills and the blue mountains will see the brunt of this during the day on Saturday, but trending drier to the evening, and as we head into Sunday and Monday overall, So this weekend would be an excellent weekend to have the First Alert Weather app on hand. You can download it free in the App Store or on Google Play. Track the showers and thunderstorms yourself with that interactive radar feature. Could pick up maybe over an inch and a half of rainfall in the Cascades, very beneficial stuff, and then where the atmospheric river stalls out after that, maybe around a quarter of an inch of rainfall, if not a little bit more for the blue foothills and blue mountains. Like I said, the overarching trend is going to be drier into next week. Could see a little resurgence of some shower and thunderstorm chances for Sunday and Monday, and high temperatures mostly below normal for this part of August, but eventually we'll be back to normal by the middle and later portions of next week. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities, mostly dry today, showers likely tomorrow, then drier and trending slightly warmer after that. In Yakima, slightly wetter for Saturday as opposed to Friday, but neither day will be a washout. A pleasant mid-August forecast after that. In Ellensburg, also seeing a slightly better chance of rain for tomorrow compared to today. Much drier with highs staying in the low to mid 80s after that. In Hermiston, a gloomy start to Saturday, but Sunday and beyond will offer up plenty of sunshine. Then in Walla Walla, mostly dry today, rain likely tomorrow, then a few lingering showers are possible for Sunday and Monday. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, saved from a burning car.
Where you at?
69-year-old Mary Frances McLord says she was driving along a remote New York highway around 4 a.m. in early June when she fell asleep at the wheel, her SUV rolling over, pinning her inside as it caught on fire. That's when 23-year-old Nathan Felix says he happened to be passing by when he saw McLord's car and jumped out to help, pulling her out.
Come on, you gotta get up.
This morning, GMA reuniting the woman trapped in the burning car and the Good Samaritan who saved her life.
It was overwhelming what this young man did. What young person runs up to a vehicle that is now caught on fire and still tries to get somebody out of it?
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on this harrowing caught-on-camera rescue. With your GMA First Look, I'm Allison Kosick, ABC News, New York.
You're feeding my grand dog Blue, right?
Purina One.
But Blue's got deboned chicken meal, brown rice, oatmeal, barley.
Purina One has chicken, rice flour, corn gluten meal.
The Morning Sprint.
It is 6:50 time for your morning sprint on this Friday, and we start with your national headlines as the Texas redistricting standoff is at a critical juncture today. State Republicans are trying to redraw maps early in a way that could win their party 5 congressional seats in the midterms. State House Democrats are outside Texas to break quorum, but give 2 conditions for return. One is the adjournment of a special session that's underway. That's expected to happen today through the Republican governor says he'll promptly call a new session. The second condition is for California lawmakers to propose their own new maps to offset changes in Texas. And no one matched all the winning numbers in Wednesday's Powerball drawing. Now the jackpot has grown to an estimated $565 million. Biggest jackpot so far this year. That's more than the $526 million winning ticket from California in March. Drawing is Saturday. Estimated cash value of the $565 million jackpot is $258.8 million. Your odds of winning roughly 1 in 292 million. The largest Powerball jackpot ever was the upwards of $2 billion in November of 2022. 6:51 in your health headlines this morning. Health experts have released some new guidelines for blood pressure. Those include an earlier start to treatment and a heightened focus on cutting out alcohol. For those who drink, the guidelines recommend consuming less than before and ideally none. The guidelines used to say people who drink alcohol should have 1 or fewer drinks a day for women and 2 or less a day for men. Now it's less than 1 for women and less than 2 for men. The guidelines were issued just yesterday by the American Heart Association and the American College of Cardiology. These represent the first updated blood pressure guidelines since 2017. Talking sports now this morning at 6:52. The Baltimore Orioles beat the Seattle Mariners last night. Final score 3-5. Next up for the Mariners, they take on the New York Mets today at 4 p.m. And a federal appeals court has ruled the National Football League can face trial over a civil lawsuit brought by the Minnesota Vikings defensive coordinator Brian Flores. The decision affirms a lower court ruling that denied the league's request to decide the claims through arbitration. Under arbitration, the league's constitution lets NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell rule on dispute or appoint an independent arbitrator. Now, Flores sued the NFL and 3 teams back in 2022. He claimed there was racial discrimination in the hiring and promotion of black coaches. Other coaches joined the lawsuit. An NFL spokesperson said they will appeal the lawsuit ruling. 6:53. Now it's time for your top 5 local stories that you need to know this morning, starting in Pasco, where a fire broke out in a home in the 900 block of Lincoln Drive just after noon yesterday. The family was able to make it out safely and in time, but the home's a total loss. Flames also touched the backyard of another home that was next door, and because of how close these homes were to Interstate 182 and Highway 12, some vegetation even caught fire. Firefighters stayed on scene to mop up hot spots and monitor everything. Red Cross has stepped in to help the people that lived there, and investigators believe this fire started in the kitchen. And 2 cities in Yakima County are investigating separate homicides, which happened just hours apart. The first one they got to was at 11 p.m. Tuesday night. Granger police found a man stabbed to death in the 200 block of East A Street. Then less than 24 hours later, Toppenish police reported a homicide. And now detectives from both agencies are working together to see if these cases are possibly connected. Anyone with information is asked to contact police. And Benton County Fire District 4 is hiring firefighters. They're looking for both new and experienced ones to serve in the West Richland area. Starting salaries are nearly $69,000 for entry level, more than $77,000 for lateral hires, with extra pay for paramedic certification, college degrees, and technical rescue skills. Applicants must complete the fire team exam and CPAT test through the National Testing Network by September 1st. Final selections will then be made in February. You can find the full list of requirements on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. And for the first time in Yakima history, the city will host sprint boat racing at the State Fair Park. Races will take place Saturday and Sunday on the brand new track built specifically for this event. Boats will race individually on the track with the fastest timed lap deciding the winner. Gates open tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Races start at 10. And taking you to Pasco, if you commute at night on the Lewis Street overpass, you could face some delays. Crews are making repairs to the concrete panels. There will only be one lane open at both ends of the bridge from 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. every Monday through Friday until August 29th. All right, 6:55 and trending this morning. If you have a favorite way to relax, today is the perfect day to do it. Why, you ask? Well, it is National Relaxation Day.
In my book, that's every single day. Well, it's the annual day to focus on yourself, whether it's work, family, or other commitments that keep our lives busy. Taking an extended breather can be a significant way to reduce stress.
Yeah, many of us have a favorite activity to de-stress, but this day might be the chance to try something new. It turns out National Relaxation Day was not the brainchild of an adult, but someone much younger.
Makes sense. The idea for the day is credited to fourth grader Sean Moeller in 1985. The youngster told an interviewer that people shouldn't do anything of real value for the day.
Wow. All right. Do you have a favorite way to relax or de-stress?
I think just like being in my love seat, just kind of sinking down and watching whatever I'm watching for and also going to the park, walking my dog. That's always therapeutic for the soul.
Very good. Yeah. All right. Well, is it going to be a good day to get out and walk the dog?
Kind of depends on your microclimate, right? So for this morning would not be the best morning in the Kittitas-Yakima valleys, albeit it is not a washout, just some very light rain for now. I think a lot of this is going to peter out a little bit later in the morning, but Friday night into Saturday, that's when rain chance is going to ramp back up. Wind gusts coming back for today, not as strong as the last couple days, but still it will be breezy out there. We're already seeing some evidence of that for this morning. 60s and 70s for lower elevations, 50s in the Cascades and Blues. Later today, 70s and 80s for lower elevations, about 5 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year. And again, the best chances for showers are going to be in the valleys. Bottom line for the forecast, shower and thunderstorm chances increase tonight into tomorrow, especially tomorrow morning. Drier overall for Sunday and Monday, and highs mostly staying either below average or right on par for the middle of August.
All right. Well, thanks so much for waking up with us and watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find the latest on all of our stories and weather on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. Good Morning America's up next, and we'll be back tonight at 5 with your local news and weather.
Have a great day.